Lauren Boebert. She is not running in the same district that she's from, right? She's running in a new district. Is this all Republicans? Is the Republican primary debate? Denver 9. And here's Kyle Clark. Really well done in terms of making Boebert answer these questions. And I really appreciate, you did apologize. But which horrible offense was it that you apologized for? What?
That was about the softest reference that he could have made, but do you want to talk
pause
about
it. Okay,
thing?
So one candidate, I should say,
and it
sort of alludes to the scene with Lauren Boebert in what was it, in the Beetlejuice play. And I guess apparently her first date, what is she claiming? It was the first date? I mean, even though apparently there was a lot of reasons.
He was a liberal, and they were extremely handsy.
It's going well for a first date.
And look,
in the middle of a is Beetlejuice, I don't know, is that like a rated R play? Is that one of those plays that you would see in Amsterdam where people are nude? Or were there kids around?
I'm not going to, kink shame or anything like that. I mean, if you like to go to a play and that's the way, things get exciting for you, that's all well and good. Apparently they had dated before, according to, other people. But really, also, the thing that she did was she was drunk, and when they asked her to leave, she got all belligerent, and she yelled at the people who worked there. And it's, do
you know who I am?
If it's your kink, just go for it. Part of it is that you may get caught and you get kicked out. That's part of it. You're supposed to laugh about that later in the cab or whatever it is. Yeah. But she didn't. And apparently her opponent, made a thinly disguised or thinly veiled reference to it, and the debate moderator picked it up.
That was about the softest reference that he could have made, but do you want to talk about the theater thing?
Sure. So, Kyle, I certainly have owned up to my night out in Denver. I've gone on that public apology tour, and I'm grateful for the mercy and grace that has been shown. But I'm not going to continue to live life in shame and be beat up by this. And, I would like to go back to my legislative record for just a second.
We're not going to do that. You had plenty of time to answer the question. You chose not to.
Sure.
That's fine. I just want to make sure.
I'll have more time.
You have
Don't
apologized for the theater incident.
I certainly have.
And I just want to make sure. Did you apologize for the behavior that went on with you and your date or the vaping,
Kyle,
or did you apologize? Or pardon me. Or did you apologize for lying to voters about what you did that night and the disrespect that you showed to service workers that night? What specifically were you apologizing for?
I don't believe there was disrespect. There were things that were absolutely taken out of context.
There's video of your interactions with service workers. I'm asking.
Right.
Are you apologizing for the lying to voters,
that I flipped
or the
someone off, and I did not. So, I mean, I think it's been very mischaracterized. I'm apologizing for you, Kyle Clark, getting footage and releasing that, and people seeing this in a very private moment.
Certainly, it was very important to figure out whether you were telling the truth
you just had
or
an
whether a
interview
public
recently with
agency was
CityCast
lying about your conduct.
You just
Either
had
way was
an
very
interview with
important for
CityCast Denver, and you were saying how disgusting it is to record someone without their knowledge.
Let's talk about the use of earmarks in Congress.
You did that very same thing and released
Members.
Oh my God, that is so fantastic. That guy, he's got like a stealth knife. It just, that was, she was basically saying that it's your fault for releasing the footage. And they did that, I think, private only after, most private moments you have, you should not do in a crowded theater.
Right.
I would say that's one of the first places don't do a private.
But like I say, not going to kink shame. But understand that's part of the excitement is that it is not a private,
right.
Yeah, like they say, don't get handsy in a crowded theater.
She's got to get a grip on the.
Whoa, take it easy. She did.
I know,
that was
you're
the problem
right.
in the first place.
That is exactly what we're talking about.
I'm sorry.
Jeez. And I really do appreciate the way this guy did this too. No, you did apologize. But just a question on that. It's very it was like Columbo.
It really is.
You're right. I got to go. Oh, wait, I just had one more thing. Well, Boebert seemed to be upset about that. She's going to lose, I think, that race.
Well, I mean, did we know really the mechanics of why she's out of that district? She had a bit of a too close for comfort race for the
she thought
first
she
time
was
around.
going to lose that one. Yeah.
Okay, so it's more just self-preservation at this point.
Hey, here's why I am such a fan of today's returning sponsor, Ground News. Ground News is a website and app developed by a former NASA engineer who's on a mission to give readers an easy, data-driven way to read the news. Every story comes with a quick visual breakdown of the political bias, factuality, and ownership of the sources that are reporting. Try it out for yourself at ground.news/majority or by using this QR code. Just look at this recent report on unemployment benefit applications remaining steady. Out of the 18 reporting outlets, only one leans right. You can see the ownership and factuality of information of the reporting outlets and even compare the headlines. Gives you a sense of who's reporting what. Ground News also has a blind spot feed, which highlights stories that are disproportionately covered by one side of the political spectrum. For me, ground.news is where I start my day when I'm looking at my news. And it gives me a chance of checking out stories that I might have missed. Ground News is a crucial tool for media transparency and literacy, and best of all, they're offering 40% off their Vantage plan, which includes unlimited access to all their amazing features for only $5 a month. So head to ground.news/majority or click on the link below to sign up and help support an independent news platform working towards a more transparent media landscape.